Hey, what's going on, everybody? Tim here, just coming at you with just some really tools of the trade, as it were. Some things that beginning guitar players and guitar players in general can find to be beneficial. Anyway, I wanted to go over these for you. The first and probably the single most important thing that you can get as a guitar player is a Yoda. And let's face it, what guitar player doesn't need a Jedi Master? That aside, the next thing that probably would be on my list would be some sort of guitar tuner. Now, I've got a couple options here. The first option that I have is actually one of these little Snark clip-on tuners. I know it looks sort of like an alien eyeball or whatever, but or some sort of robotic device. But basically what this does is this clips on the headstock of the guitar, and then you turn it on, and you can set it to either pick up the vibrations of the guitar, or you can set it to pick up the acoustic sound of the mic through a mic in here. And what that'll do is it'll help you find a more accurate tuning. As a beginning guitar player, especially since you haven't developed your ear yet for music, or if you have a musical past, you may already have a developed ear. But an electric tuner can be very, very handy. This is just another example of an electronic tuner. This is just a little Korg tuner, and what it does, it works the same way as the other one. It's got a microphone on it here, and the microphone is just picking up different pitches as it goes. Or the other option is you can take your cable that you plug your electric guitar in and plug it directly in to the input section on this tuner, and then it can pick up a direct signal for you that way. So a tuner is definitely a handy thing to have, and as a beginning guitar player, I would say I highly recommend it. Something else that comes in handy is one of these little devices. Now, this is a metronome, and basically the way a metronome works is you turn it on, and you can set your speed for whatever. You can adjust it. And what that does is that actually helps you keep time while you're practicing. Really, really handy device to have. The good news on these metronomes is they're not very expensive. I mean, you can pick them up for, usually less than $10. Or you can get them for free if you download them off of the App Store for the iPhone or from Google+. There's a lot of good metronome apps out there. So those are some options for you as well. Something else that's real handy to have is this little device right here. Now, what this is a string winder. Whenever you end up changing the strings on your guitar, which as you play your guitar, your strings will get old and they will need changing from time to time. And when you go about doing this, the string winder comes in handy. You take this end and you slip it over the tuning peg on the headstock, and then you just crank it, and that'll help you unwind or wind strings from your guitar. It actually speeds the process up quite a bit as opposed to doing it by hand. And then while we're on the subject of changing strings, a good set of wire clippers is always handy, because you're going to eventually need to trim those strings as well. So those are some handy tools of the trade. You probably already saw my video on guitar picks. But if you haven't, I recommend it. You'll find that they're pretty much an essential item for every guitar player. Your guitar may have come with some of its own Allen wrenches, some of its own set of tools. So a lot of guitars do, some of them don't. Especially if you bought it secondhand, you probably didn't get a set. But a good set of Allen wrenches is a good thing to have. And also a good old-fashioned screwdriver. Now, the Allen wrenches and screwdriver are going to be for other maintenance things that may be a little bit beyond basic beginning guitar maintenance, but it's important to have those on hand and ready, because at some point through your guitar journey, you might find it as beneficial as I have to start doing your own maintenance on guitars. So those tools will help get you on your way. Anyway, this is some basic stuff, some stuff that I've found that I pretty much can't do without whenever I'm restringing or I'm doing anything with my guitars. As always, if you have any questions, just drop them in the comments section below, and I'll do the best I can to get back to you. I appreciate you watching, and you guys have a wonderful day. We'll keep rocking and talk to you later. Bye.